Good morning and assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you all are well and fine. Hope you are safe at home, you are washing your hands, you are keeping social distance, you are using mask, and you are drinking a lot of water and protecting yourself from COVID-19. I really welcome you back to the class. In this class, we would learn some of the new information from our social studies book. So, we have completed two of the chapters. Chapter number 1, taking care of our environment, and chapter number 2, that was eclipses. We have completed our two chapters. Now we would start our chapter number 3. So students, what can you see in this background or picture? You must be thinking that it might be a restaurant, but it is not a restaurant at all. It is something like factory or industry where things are manufactured. So the chapter which we are going to start is Trade and Industries. This is our chapter number 3 and it is on page number 55. So students, before going towards the depth of this chapter, we should know what does these two words mean, trade and industry. If we talk about the trade, trade means buying or selling of goods and services. And why do we buy and sell the goods and services? Of course, for money. We earn money and we spend money. So what is the trade? The action of buying and selling goods and services. And what is the industry? Industry is the place or building or area where goods and services are manufactured or made. Okay, so let's start our chapter. We use many kind of things in our daily life. That would include the clothes we wear and the clothes which are made of cotton, silk, wool or leather. We travel by car, bus, trains, aeroplanes, and we use many of the different electrical items like irons, washing machine, television, refrigerator, generator, computer, cell phones, and so on. These things are used in our daily life. Do you know from where these things are coming from? So the things about which we have discussed, like clothes which are made up of cotton, wool, leather, and the things by which we travel, like vehicles, different vehicles like car, buses, airplanes, trains, and electrical items which we use in our daily life, they all come from industries. They all come from industries. And the things which are made in industries or the things which come from industries are called goods and services. Okay, so all these things means those things which we use in our daily life, they all are coming from industries, and the things which come from industries are called goods and services. So here are some of the things to learn, that is manufacturing, developed countries, developing countries, export, import, main industrial cities of Pakistan, major industries of Pakistan, small industries of Pakistan, exports of Pakistan, and imports of Pakistan. Means half of our chapter is covered with the industries and our products, our goods and services, our imports and export of Pakistan. Okay, so first of all we are going to learn these terms generally, that what do they mean. Okay, then we will see that what is going on in Pakistan if we talk about industrial areas or industries. So let's begin. Look at this factory, and you can see many of the machines, and you can see a different kind of setup there. Okay, so as we have discussed that goods and services are the products which are manufactured or made in industries. So goods and services are the products of industries Making these things in factories or industries is called manufacturing. For example, we cook our food, but we cannot use manufacture word for that because this word is particularly used for the things which are made in industries or factories. So the next topic which we are about to learn from this chapter is developed countries. Here are two different views from Singapore and you can see that how beautiful it looks. So what is the definition of developed countries? The countries which are industrialized are called developed countries. These countries will also known as industrialized countries. Now, this word industrialized indicates more number of industries, more number of the factories. So it means the countries which are having more number of industries are the developed countries because due to having more number of industries they are rich. And they are rich, they are successful, they are developed countries. And the most common examples are USA, Japan, Canada, France, and the current example of highly developed countries includes Australia, Switzerland, Germany, Singapore, Canada, Denmark, Hong Kong, and France, Japan, Italy. Okay? On the other hand, we have developing countries. Now, look at these two pictures and compare these two pictures from the previous two pictures. You can easily see the difference. Okay, so they are the developing countries, means they are under the development. They do not have more and more number of industries, but industries are being constructed year by year. So they would be known as developing countries. So what is the definition? The countries which are becoming industrialized. Okay, they were when we were talking about developed country, the countries which are industrialized. If we see the definition of this, the countries which are becoming industrialized are called developing countries. Okay, also called industrializing countries. It means they will not be called as industrialized because yet they are not successful, but they are on the way to get the success. So they would be known as industrializing country. That includes the example of Pakistan, India, Iraq, Iran, Bangladesh. Okay, so these are few common examples of developing countries. We can easily compare developing and developed countries. One is developed, means successful. Another is developing. It means on the way to get the success. Developing countries are having less number of industries and developed countries are having more and more number of industries. This is the main difference, and you can see that how the economy of a country or a richness of a country depends heavily on industries and factories. Students, do you know what is going on here? This truck is loaded by products or services or goods. Now, it is possible that these products are brought from another country, or maybe these products are loaded to the truck and these would be sent to another country. Both the conditions are right. Okay, so we can see that in huge amount the belongings, the goods, the products are either sent to another country or they can be brought from another country. So what is this? Let's see. So here is the definition of import. Import, let's consider this M as in. So in means getting in of something, and the definition of import is the act of bringing in. Okay, the act of bringing in. What bringing in? The act of bringing in a good or services from a foreign country. Okay, here is the exchange between two countries, not the two cities or two districts or two areas. Here we talk about countries. So the act of bringing in a good or services from a foreign country. Okay, so this process will be known as import. The actual good or services brought in from a foreign country, and this is called as import. What kind of things we have to take in our country? The things which are not manufactured in our own country. So we just bring them out from another country, or we just buy those things from other countries. Okay, so that would be import. Likewise, we are also having a word here that is export. Just take this X as exit. For example, we are using this EX for exit, means getting out of something. Now, what is export? Goods produced in one country are shipped or sent. They are sent to other markets, other countries. Ship of goods and services out of port of a country. Foreign demands for country produced by home country. Okay, so export are the things which are made in one country, but they are sold out, or they are just sent out to another country. Why this happens? For the earning purpose. So these were the general definitions of import and export. Now here we have another new word, that is agro-based industries. We know that the area or the building where things are manufactured, that is factory or industry. But what does it mean? Agro-based industries is something new for us. Now look at this background. There are crops, and it is written as industry. What is the relation between them? So before that, we should know industries in Pakistan are mainly agro-based industry. Agro-based industries, we are using this term for which kind of industries? Let's see. So, what are the agro-based industries? Agro-based industries are those industries which depend on agricultural product. Agricultural products are those products which we obtain from crops. Okay, so those industries which depend on agricultural products as raw materials. Raw material is a word which we use for a very basic material. Okay, raw material is a very basic material from which the product is made. For example, cotton textile industries use cotton as raw material. Now the cotton textile industries will make cloths, but they will use cotton as a raw material, and cotton will be obtained from plants. Now they will use the cotton as raw material, and they process them to make the dresses. So this is the form of clothes we wear, but they go through a number of the changes, or in industries they are means made from raw materials as like cotton, silk, and etc. As we have said that the industries in Pakistan are mainly agro-based industries, means they depend heavily on agricultural products. So as we have taken the example of cotton textile industry, so the largest industry of Pakistan is textile industry. Okay, because Pakistan is agricultural country, and we have cotton in a good amount. So what do? We use that as a raw material, and we make clothes from them. Okay, here you can see, here is a view from textile industry. Okay, so many of the threads, number of the threads, thousand millions of the threads are weaved together, they are tied together to make a cloth. Okay, this is how these cloths are made. It looks simple, but it is not. So here we have completed the first half of our chapter in which we have learned so many things like developed countries, developing countries, manufacturing. Pakistan is an agricultural country, and the most of the industries of Pakistan are agro-based industries, and the largest industry of Pakistan is textile industry. With this we have learned import and export. What are these? Okay, so we shall continue import and export, and what are the major export and imports of Pakistan we shall discuss in the next class. Up till then, you are requested to read your book properly, underline the important lines, and you will be given worksheet or assignment with this lecture. So you have to do all that work in your copy. Do your work neat and cleanly. Thank you so much. Take care.